In a time long ago, when the world was still young and full of wonder, there lived a curious pair on the banks of the mighty Amazon River. Stickly Prickly, the hedgehog, was a master of the art of rolling into a ball, while his best friend, Slow Solid, the tortoise, was an expert at tucking into his shell. Together, they spent their days in the lush green world, full of adventures and snail feasts. Now, not far from where they lived, roamed a painted jaguar with a coat as colorful as a rainbow. He was a bit of a grump and liked to think he knew everything about hunting. One day, his mother, with a flick of her tail, gave him tips on how to catch a hedgehog and a tortoise. Drop the hedgehog in water and scoop the tortoise out of its shell, she said. One starry night, Painted Jaguar stumbled upon Stickly Prickly and Slow Solid chatting under a fallen tree. Oh, how he rubbed his paws with glee! But there was a little problem. He couldn't tell who was who. Which one of you is the hedgehog, and which is the tortoise? He asked, puzzled. The two friends winked at each other and decided to play a clever game. Are you sure your mother didn't get her animals mixed up? They teased the jaguar, sending him into a whirl of confusion with their witty words. You're making my spots hurt with all this thinking, grumbled the painted jaguar, who just wanted to know who to scoop and who to drop. But Stickly Prickly and Slow Solid were not going to make it easy for him. In a series of amusing exchanges, they tricked the jaguar into believing each was the other. When he tried to scoop Stickly Prickly, he got a paw full of prickles. And when he went to find Slow Solid, the clever tortoise had already dived into the river, swimming away to safety. You two are too clever for me, sighed the painted jaguar, feeling a bit sorry for himself. His mother, with a twitch of her tail, tried to comfort him, but even she was stumped by the clever tricks of Stickly Prickly and Slow Solid. Inspired by their adventure, Stickly Prickly and Slow Solid decided to learn each other's tricks. Stickly Prickly practiced swimming, while Slow Solid tried curling up. They twisted, turned, and splashed until they became quite good at it. The next time they met the painted jaguar, he couldn't believe his eyes. You've changed, he exclaimed. You're not like any hedgehog or tortoise I've ever seen. That's because we're not just any hedgehog and tortoise, they replied with a chuckle. We're Stickly Prickly and Slow Solid, the cleverest creatures on the Amazon, and so, from that day forward, everyone called them armadillos, a name that stuck because they were so uniquely clever. And the painted jaguar? Well, he decided it was best to leave those two alone and stick to hunting things he knew how to catch.